Hello everybody and welcome to Pixcraft. Today we're halfway through a round of PL Barn Blitz and we're going to be talking about two main things. Firstly, the new Team Fortress 2 update that was semi-leaked or patched or released in the patch notes, discovered ECT, whatever you want to, ETC, whatever you want to call it really. Yeah, it's been sort of released. There's been news because of it of like sort of competitive matchmaking, which if you've ever played Counter-Strike's Global Offensive competitive mode, it's supposedly, oh my god, supposedly going to be something along the lines of that sort of realm where you can matchmake with your friends, matchmake just on your own solo, and sort of get a competitive rank score amongst your friends. And it looks like it'll be really cool. If it's anything as good as the CSGO one is, I'm sure I will sink many an hour into it, probably more so than I've put into CSGO competitive. It's not a spy disguised as me at all. I'm gonna take this super sneaky beaky like wrecked 772. But the other big massive, so apart from that, like I'll quickly talk about some more of the stuff that's supposedly in that update, because there isn't just competitive matchmaking, which to be honest is cool as is, but there's also talk of implementing well, there's sort of leaked game files of some forms of new weapons, possibly. There's weapons that sort of to cloak spies when hit. When you get backstab, it applies Girardi to the backstabber. So just in general, it seems like the sort of topic of the update is like anti-spy, and it's been coined the spy versus engineer update. So I don't know if that's actually the name of the update, if they've found that in the game files as well, or if that's just the name that the community's given it. But that is what it's known as of so far. And it's going to be really interesting to see if this update's any good, if it's fun to play, if there's these new weapons that are balanced and all that good stuff, which is going to be awesome because there haven't been really many weapons in TF2 for a long time that are new, so to speak. So it'll be cool. And I'm actually looking forward to an update that isn't just cosmetics, because that's what we've been getting for a while. But on to the second piece of news, and that being Overwatch. And if you haven't been living under a watch, you would know what this is. Overwatch is a supposed game that's coming out. It's released by Blizzard, and it was sort of announced at BlizzCon as a game that would, I guess, rival TF2 in some sense. It's sort of like an arcadey, sort of first-person shooter, different classes, systems, health packs around the map. It's very arcadey, sort of semi to TF2, Quake, that sort of style. And it looks really fun from what I've seen. Obviously, there's any gameplay trailers, and the main thing I wanted to talk about it today, just because if you haven't seen the video, just Google Overwatch trailer. I'm sure you'll find it. It's really worth checking out if you're at all interested in TF2. But there's the one thing I wanted to talk about was, is it going to be free to play? And this isn't like a thing that I've talked about to my friends quite a bit, and wondering whether this game will be free to play. And my opinion at this point in time is that it probably will not be free to play. And I have a couple of reasons for that, and I want to talk about Heroes of the Storm, which is Blizzard's other IP, which is currently in, I think, closed sort of spooky alpha or something. The earliest of early alphas, and the game itself looks okay. It looks like a stock standard MOBA, if you know what that is, or if you don't know what that is, it's more like a sort of like League of Legends, which I assume you would know, sort of towered, sort of almost semi-tower defense style game, where you've got champions which you play at. I'm not going to explain what a MOBA is, but it is a MOBA genre game. Looks, I mean, to me it just looks like another sort of bog standard MOBA, which, I mean, you know, it's good for people who like MOBAs, but it just seems like pretty same. Regardless, it it hasn't been announced on a service pay model, free model. However, you almost believe that this game is guaranteed to be a free-to-play game, because you've got games like League of Legends and Dota 2 and all these other games. I mean, Dota currently, today, as of making this video, has was getting, it peaked of players at 802,000 players. Now, as much as Blizzard and World of Warcraft have many players to fill that like gap, they're not going to be able to rival 8,000 players, and especially since Dota and League are both free. If they make it a paid game, not many people are going to be willing to swap from a game that they've sunk tons of hours into just to swap to this other paid game where, obviously if you like the realm of the World of Warcraft is set in and you enjoy that character lore, I'm sure there are people who would make the swap even if it was paid, but I'm saying as like trying to get the most players possible, it'd be probably more effective to go to a free-to-play model. Now, why I think this will make Overwatch a paid model. Now, there are very few games other than Team Fortress 2 that sort of fit that arcadey first-person style. Obviously, you have Counter-Strike, but I don't really consider that sort of an arcadey game. I consider that more of a, I wouldn't say try-hard, but sort of more full-on sort of like proper FPS game. And while I don't think that's like a bad thing for TF2, or do I think that's a bad thing or a good thing for CSGO to be that sort of competitive aspect, however, it does mean that TF2 is pretty much one of a kind in many respects. Loadout sort of is the same sort of game style, and Overwatch seems like it's going to fit that niche as well. So I feel like as TF2 is a free-to-play game, and TF2 only peaks 73,000 players a day, which may seem like a lot of players, and it does fill a population of this game, you know, there's plenty of people playing, but it does mean that Blizzard could essentially make it a paid model, and people who are interested in that, especially people who are interested in Blizzard sort of game titles, but they don't like Team Fortress 2, they'd probably be willing to pay just because it is pretty unique, and there's not as many games that like support this style of play and this sort of fun, frantic game style. So as much as it could be, as much as they could make it a free-to-play game, I see it as most likely going to be a paid game, just on the concept, sword dude going for the century. Just because of how many sort of players they'd have to contest with for a MOBA would be a lot more, so they're going to have to make that a free game. But they're not really contesting with that many. 76,000 people compared to World of Warcraft's like online login amounts. I mean, Warlords of Draenor came out and there's 4,000 people sitting in queue to join one realm. So it's hardly like they're you know, that they're not exactly running like low on players. So Blizzard have plenty of people at their hands. However, it's not part of the same universe, Overwatch. It's an entirely new world. It's their first new world apparently in 17 years, which is actually pretty crazy. The first brand new sort of lore and characters, and these people are all new. They don't have some rich backstory in World of Warcraft. They're brand new characters. So I personally think it'll be good. I've played Hearthstone, I've played World of Warcraft, I've played these sort of games, and I think Blizzard clearly have the capacity to make a really awesome game, and if it's half as fun as Team Fortress 2, I know I'll play it. But I did sign up for the open beta. If I get that, that'll be awesome, but that's not apparently coming till early 2015. So, I'm hyped for that, to be honest. Overwatch is one of those games that Far Cry 4 is coming out soon, Grand Theft Auto is coming out, Battlefield 4 Final Stand is coming out. However, I'm more hyped to play Overwatch. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video, so I guess I'll finish off this round, maybe? Nah. Do I? Do I try and finish the round? I think I'll finish the round. That is all I wanted to talk about, and I really hope that Overwatch is just an amazing game to play, because if you haven't seen the gameplay trailer, it's sort of an arcadey style. It's got 12 classes, support style classes, offensive classes, and defensive classes, so the tanky classes that protect the team. And overall, it just looks like, with no weapons like there are in TF2 and just different, like more variants in the classes, it could be a lot more fun to play and a lot easier for them to balance, which means maybe instead of introducing new weapons, they could introduce an entirely like solid new class that's balanced against the original ones, which would be so much cooler than just having like a new weapon come out. You got a new character with its own lore and backstory and everything, which would be really cool. I actually really want to know if this video comes out in 60 FPS or not. It'd be cool if it does, but I don't think it will, to be honest. I don't know, it might. I don't think it will, but it could. This is not a Dead Ringer spy, definitely. Definitely. 1 minute 41. Oh, that was definitely not a Dead Ringer spy either. So the idea is pistol only for the rest of the game. Oh shit, boys. I think I'm gonna go sniper. Yeah, I don't know, if this video isn't in 60 FPS, I probably wouldn't actually be too surprised, because I'm dropping occasionally, so I don't know if it needs to be flat 60 or something. Probably. I would assume so. I don't know why I'm dropping. I think it's probably my shitty motherboard just doesn't keep up with the graphics card, and just occasional just spikes of shite FPS. But I got the Necro Smasher, boys. Halloween has blessed me with such a beautiful weapon. I mean, if they push this, I'm just actually not gonna... Oh. Hey, buddy. I don't know what I was doing. Right, we just gotta get all these quick scopes ready. Drop down, 360 no scope. 360. Oh, that was bad. Right, you're gonna drop down, 360. Oh, scout. Scout and spawn, scout and spawn. Heavy, 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 heavy. Oh no! I saw the sniper and I was just so... What the hell's going on there? But yeah, thanks so much for watching. This was a new video. We haven't uploaded one in quite a while. But if you're interested in seeing more videos on this channel, drop it a like, drop it a favorite, and remember to subscribe for more gameplay that we upload. But that seems like the round's almost over, and that's going to wrap it up for the video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.